Well, welcome to Kelly Fair, the Mentor. It's an opportunity for myself, Kelly Fair, and our entire team to share the lessons and experiences that we've had with Polished Pebbles Girls Mentoring Program in the last 4 years. We've served over 600 girls through 15 different program sites. Kelly Fair the Mentor is also a platform for us to inspire the entire mentoring community. We want to inspire those individuals who are kind of on the fence and trying to figure out whether or not they have what it takes to be a great mentor. And of course, we want to impact the work of our fellow mentoring practitioners who are out here working with mentoring organizations and youth programs day in and day out. So today, what I'd like to share is a letter. I was so excited to get it from a fellow mentoring practitioner. And she has some questions for Kelly Fair the Mentor, and I'm very, very glad to reach out and try and provide my advice. Any of you guys have questions, concerns, or success stories you want to share with us and share with our mentoring community, please feel free to email me at kellyfairthementor@gmail.com. So here we go. It says, "Hello, Kelly Fair the Mentor." Don't you just love it? So she says, "I have a nonprofit organization which I started in Bloomington Normal, Illinois. The purpose of the organization is to help promote respect and esteem to today's teen youth. I specifically target young girls and young women ages 10 to 20 years of age who are disadvantaged or less fortunate. I've held workshops and different giveaways for youth within the community, but I'm still having a really hard time making sure that I get enough people involved. But I will not give up," she says. "And I still host events and participate in helping in our communities. But I'm reaching out for help for what do I need to do to grow my work even more. I've recently moved to Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm looking to branch out here as well. I look forward to hearing someone soon. Thanks." This letter is from Crystal Coco Irving, and she is the owner and founder of Pretty Misses. And Pretty Misses' motto is now and every day, embrace your pretty. So, Crystal, I hope I have some really good tips for you, because it sounds like the main thing you're really struggling with is how do you build your volunteer base? And that's such a key part of having a successful mentoring program. Serving the kids and having a good group of kids is important. But if you don't have anybody there to help support your work and what you're doing and taking it further, you're really at a loss. So it's a great question. So I have a couple of tips. The first one, I would say, to help build your volunteer base is make sure you're out there and volunteering with other organizations in your community. You mentioned you were in one city, now you moved to Memphis. You got to get out there and volunteer. I started out volunteering when I started Polished Pebbles. I wanted to get out there and know my mentoring market. What other programs existed? What were they doing? Did they focus on the arts? Did they focus on communication skills? Did they focus on helping girls with tutoring and mentoring? Did they meet as much as I did? Or did they only meet once a month? I needed to know what they were doing. And it was an opportunity for learn from other programs, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Best practices or things that I may have changed within my work, and it built my networks. I got to know more people who were out there. They got to know me and the name of my organization. So one, think about volunteering with other organizations. It's something I still do to this day. Two, figure out your niche. What's your niche in your mentoring market? So you've been out there, you volunteered, you've seen who else is out there, but what makes your program distinctive? When you know it, you can own it, and you can sell your program to other potential volunteers. If you know you do arts really well, if you know you do crafts really well, if you know your mentoring program does tutoring and mentoring really, really well, then that's what you should focus on and know your niche and be able to tell volunteers, this is what my girls mentoring program is about, and this is what we do really well. Does this work for you? Is this a skill set you have? You got to engage and really sell your program to your potential volunteer audience. Three, you got to utilize your own networks, and definitely do utilize your social media networks. When I started Polished Pebbles, a lot of the initial mentors and volunteers came from my own personal networks. They were people I knew from church, they were my friends, they were my Facebook buddies, my classmates from high school, people I were really cool with, and people that I didn't necessarily have a great relationship with. But when I talked about what I did within my networks, when I saw somebody on the street, when I saw them at the gym, when I talked about it on Facebook, people learned about what I was doing, learned about opportunities to get involved, and it gave them time to get to know my brand. Use your social media networks. It can be a winner for you. And then finally, I want you to think about making sure that you think about partnerships with other organizations. There are a lot of service organizations, fraternities, sororities, other social service organizations whose primary goal is to serve youth. But a lot of times they haven't had a great experience serving youth, or they really don't know where to go to get a good pool of kids. If you've got that and they need that, you all need to connect. So that could be a great base of people who are looking, ready, willing, have it as one of their primary missions and objectives to serve you, and you got a pool of kids to work with. So think about partnering with them. Partnerships makes all organizations and all of our mentoring work go even faster and be even more effective. So there you go. Mentoring works, but mentoring works when we have strong pools of volunteers. So if you want to think about it again, tips for building your volunteer base. First, make sure you're out there volunteering with other organizations, building your networks and building your skill set. Two, you got to be able to sell your program. Find your niche about your program and be comfortable with talking about it with potential volunteers. Three, make sure you use your own personal networks, and please use your social media networks. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Talk about volunteer opportunities with your group. And then finally, consider forming partnerships. Partnerships make mentoring work. There's fraternities, sororities, women's groups who are looking to find young people to work with and impact, and it's even easier when they can partner with somebody who knows what mentoring should and could look like, and it's an easy fit. So I hope that helps you out some. Crystal, if you or anybody else out there has any other questions, please feel free to find us on all of our social media that you can see here on the screen. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and please do email me at kellyfairthementor@gmail.com. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you again here at Kelly Fair, the Mentor.